Hello there, everyone. Right now, it's 3:01 on December 31st, 2021. Can you believe it? Today is the last day of 2021. This year has meant so much to me. Oh my. Better change the subject before the microphone gets all soggy. In celebration of New Year's Eve, we're holding a grand countdown event in the plaza. We'll be selling and giving away items all day, so please stop by to participate in the festivities. Can't wait to ring in the new year with everyone on this island. That's all for me. I hope everyone has a wonderful new year. Alright, so this year, normally, or at least last year for New Year's, I did it at the countdown last night, right? I stayed up until midnight. I think that was actually, like, the longest stream we did, at, like, over 4 hours long, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's not happening again this year. I was just like, instead we're doing 8 hours, or however long it is until midnight. Wouldn't that be funny? I think it's actually 9 hours. No, I'm not doing it. We're just gonna do a normal Animals Crossing stream today. We're gonna talk about next year because I want to give my video game predictions for next year. Mostly all just standard shit. Like I don't really have too many like major mind-blowing things, but Clyde. We'll work on replacing Clyde tomorrow. Yeah, it's just gonna be a standard New Year's. Nothing. Nope, we're not. I mean, I'm gonna stay up for the countdown. I'm just not gonna stream it, you know, because well, yes, we are at the highest point of the pandemic so far. You know, people are vaccinated now, and It's not like I'm going out to hang out with people. I'm not going out, just family, and it's not like and they're all vaccinated. So, yep. Just remember to stay safe. Okay, it's less than 8. Okay, like I said, 9 hours. A little less than that. We'll come back and talk to them in a little bit. Yeah, just remember to stay safe tonight. Again, height of the pandemic so far. Which is wild to say, but it's the truth. Oh, this is the first time it's not snowing in, like, a week. Oh my gosh. Oh, we'll make a snowman. If the snowball's right here, yeah, we'll make a snowman today. I don't actually think we have a money tree today. Oh gosh. Ooh, yeah, I forgot to open all those yesterday. Eesh. Yeah, we don't have a money tree today. We should have a lot of star bits anyways. Because I know because we did that for a little bit yesterday. Oh, and then I got a video up on the Centaur World. We talked about it yesterday. And I did a very quick, very rough edit of it yesterday, and I put that out on YouTube today. I thought the first Centaur World part, like the first part, was also like an hour long. Nah, it was like 20 minutes. And the second part's like over an hour. So, yeah. And that's it with me cutting some stuff out. My glob. I don't know, for some reason... I know I talked about Harley Quinn for like an hour. And then I think I cut that down to like 45 minutes. But I thought I talked about Centaur World for about the same. Nope. I don't know, I did a very... Because, you know, because of the time... I wanted to get it out before New Year's Day. So I just did a very quick, very rough edit. Nothing too special at all. There it is, I heard it. And that was between playing Pokemon and Chicory, which, I beat Chicory yesterday. I really enjoyed it. Do recommend it. It's on Switch now. And we'll talk more about it tomorrow, because, spoiler alert, it's making the Game of the Year list. Spoiler alert. Where? Well, you'll just have to watch and see. Because that's the plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Game of the Year list. It'll probably be like an hour or two of me just talking Game of the Year. Maybe... maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Because I'm not doing... So normally around New Year's I play Celeste. Right? I love me some Celeste, and I usually play it around New Year's. And I streamed it last year. I'm not going to stream it again this year. No, I'm good. I did it once. I'm not going to stream Celeste again. Because it's just the same playthrough. Because I just beat the game. I don't do any of the B-sides or C-sides or the other thing. Yeah, that's my plan for this weekend. Even though I've only got so many days left before I have to go back to colleague. AKA just one. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we got a lot of bottles and some flowers to clean out today. With the past few days of rain have really messed up our flowers. So we'll do that afterwards. We're also talking Pokemon today, because I can. And I got some clips. Oh boy, do I got some clips. Because even though I didn't record my whole playthrough, I recorded some bits. I should have. The amount of crazy bullshit that went on, well, for me trying to do the Elite Four. Oh my gosh. I should have, but I didn't. I just recorded the champion. And I only did that a few times, and you'll see. We'll get to it in a minute. Hey, Blathers, old sport, what's up? Yep, I know you already have all these. So our new villager is Clyde. I bet Clyde is a horse. Just guessing right now, like a Clydesdale. It's probably not, but if I had to, just based on the name, if I had to guess, it's a horse. Probably sadly doesn't look like a Clydesdale. That would be cool. But yeah. Oh, my headphone cable got stuck under my keyboard. Hang on, give me a second. Alright, I guess let's open up all these bottles. Oh, okay, we'll do this first. Is this gonna be... Yeah, the Bruce droid. Alright, that's cool. So, with these bottles... God, did I already say this? The chances of us getting a repeat are, of just being nothing but repeats is actually pretty decent, but... Gosh, I hope it's not. I hope we get, like, new stuff. We've got, what, 8 to open, and one of them's a cooking one. Okay, we already had that. Okay, there's a new one, a shell music box. Okay, so that's one new, one fake. That's 2. Yep. Okay, right now we're batting terribly. Oh my gosh. Pound cake? Okay, so of our 8, we got 3 real and 5 fake. That sucks, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. At least we got a real one. It was totally possible to not get a single real one. Oh, I like that tiny microphone. That's cute. Alright, that seems good to me. I know whatever painting we got is fake. I think I forgot to check turnip prices yesterday. Oops. Yeah, that sounds like something I would do. Or, correction, something I did. Again, our turnip prices weren't looking too great. Theoretically, it could have been a large spike yesterday. But because I forgot to check, we don't know. We'll luckily get one more data point. I know, whatever it is, I know is not decreasing. Desktop mic. Oh, it's like a streaming mic. Okay. Okay. I say streaming. I know there are other things that use desktop mics. That's just the first thing that comes to mind. Alright, let's make a snowman. So... Okay, so I'm gonna preface... So while we're making the snowman, let's talk Pokemon. And then I'll show you the clips after we finish making it. So, as you know, yesterday I was doing the Elite Four. At the very end of the stream yesterday, I showed off my clips of the Elite Four, of me doing the first guy and getting my ass kicked. Right? I was confident enough going in, because, like, none of the game had given me any problems up until this point. Right? I've been able to not coast through the game. Like, if I was doing a Nuzlocke, I would have been fucked. But, like, I was just, you know, casually playing Pokemon. Everything was going really good. And then the Elite Four just stomped my face in. So, the bug guy, I showed the clip of me failing yesterday to beat the bug guy. On my second attempt, yesterday, so that was 2 days ago. Yesterday, after we streamed, I played again. And my second attempt on the bug guy, I was able to beat him. Right, so it took me one more attempt. I knew because the only thing I knew going in was the team types. I didn't know anything about team compositions. I didn't know anything about movesets. I just knew team types. So going in, that's what I knew. I was able to beat the bug guy on my second attempt. The ground lady, whose name I don't... It's not Agatha, but it's something like that. My first attempt just... Yeah, also ended in failure. Just got my ass kicked. And it was during my first, maybe even my second attempt. Because it took more than 2 attempts. It took 3. But, during either my first or second attempt, I realized 4 of my 6 team members are weak to Earthquake. I knew I was fucked. Right? Over half of my team is weak to Earthquake. Oh, I knew I was screwed. So that was, like, the first, like, worrisome thing. So the first attempt against Agatha went terribly. Or I'm going to call her Agatha, because I don't remember her name. The second attempt also went pretty bad. Like, I realized, like, halfway through where I was like, I'm just doing the exact same thing again. This isn't going to work. Third attempt... So it's got a Wish Cache. The Wish Cache? That's what it's called, right? The groundwater, like, fish Pokemon. And it has Ice Beam. And it's faster than my... So to get the Quagsire gone, I use Torterra. 4 times effectiveness against it. One-shots it. The Wish Cache is faster. And it knows Ice Beam, which is a one-shot kill on Torterra. That killed the first 2 runs, that killed Torterra. The third run, Torterra survived with 5 HP, was able to kill the Wish Cache with a single hit, and then was able to sweep the rest. I think I healed it up on the next turn, and then it just swept the rest of our team. That's the kind of bullshit I'm on. Like, yeah, I was one unlucky hit for them wins the entire thing for me. That's what happens. I just got I survived on 5 HP, and that was enough to win me Agatha, the second Elite Four, because Torterra was able to sweep the rest of their team. No problem. So that's the kind of shit I was dealing with. And no, I didn't have a Focus Sash. At least I don't think I have a Focus Sash. I wish I did. That would have saved me so much grief. Like, you don't even know. I did start having to use items at some point. Like, because I didn't have a Focus Sash, I think I gave Torterra, like, Soft Sand, which boosts, Earthquake. And that proved to be very useful. Third gym leader, the Fire Guy. The first time I failed, but he has Drift Bloom, and the Drift Bloom just kept using Minimize, and then it baton passed into Steelix, and I missed, I was one shot from killing Steelix, and I missed, 20 hits in a row. Because it got Minimize off a few times, and I was just, by that point I knew I had lost, but I was like, I'm still gonna try, goddammit, because it was just the Steelix. No, maybe I probably gotten rid of half the team. Because I know I killed the Drift... I think I killed the Drift Bloom at some point. But that Minimized Steelix just fucked me. Because I knew the Infernape was going to be easy pickings. The Drift Bloom was easy pickings. I just got unlucky with some hits. But yeah, so the Fire Guy, on the second try, I was able to get luckier. I was able to stop the thing from minimizing. Oh, we gotta go get the thing today. Yeah, the third Elite Four member, the Fire Guy, on the second attempt, I was able to fix all my mistakes, and I was able to defeat the Fire Guy. Boom, went perfect. Fourth Elite Four member, the Psychic Guy, I beat on my first try. I have, a bunch of my team members have Dark-type moves. At least half of my team has a Dark-type move on it. So it was easy as pie. And Steel, my Bronzor did a lot of the heavy lifting because it has Steel and Dark and Psychic, and yeah, it just did a lot of the work. So yeah, that went great. The Psychic Guy I had no problem with. And that left Cynthia, which I'm gonna find the gift real quick and then I'll show you. Cynthia took me a lot of tries. That's, I guess, the introduction here. I knew, like I said, the Elite Four was a mixed success. When I was doing good, I was doing great. When I was doing bad, I was doing terribly. And so Cynthia, I knew Let's go bungee jumping. Cynthia, I knew I wasn't going to do on my first try. I figured it was going to take me 2 or 3. Yeah, no. Who else is... Oh, wait, it's gotta be Whitney. I'm assuming they're still doing Christmas stuff. Huh. I guess no one's got a Christmas DIY. I think the trees still have Christmas stuff on them. Huh, I haven't checked. They might not, because it's New Year's. No, they still do. I bet it goes away tomorrow, if I had to guess. Either that or it goes away the 6th. But I would guess tomorrow. Yeah, I guess just nobody's got a DIY. Huh, how strange. Alright. So we got some countdown party poppers. Does Isabelle give us a hat? Real quick, I will say with the New Year's countdown, even if you don't stay up to hear the countdown, look up the New Year's. I don't know if it's the New Year's song in every Animal Crossing game, but specifically the New Year's song in New Horizons is my favorite song in all of Animal Crossing. I think it's so good. I think the New Year's song... Well, let's get purple. We can't wear it because we've got a costume. You know, we could wardrobe edit it. Do I have a cooler or anything around? Whatever. But yeah, the New Year's song in Animal Crossing is my favorite song in the game. Like, I don't know if it's the New Year's song for every other Animal Crossing, but I know it's the one for this one. And that's what matters. Alright. So we're going to switch over here. I'm going to pull it up. So this is my... I'm assuming this is my second attempt. This first clip we got. So this was my second attempt. So this is Cynthia, the champion. So my first attempt went terribly. This is my second attempt. I'd figured out a few things, like you start off with Skunk Tank to Night Slash it and poison it. Right, I'd figured it out. Now, at some point, she uses a full restore. I think it's right here. And that not only restores it, but it cures the poison. Which I was like, oh, shit. Oh, no. But I'm eventually able to take out the Spiritomb. It sends out Gastrodon. Now, let's see. So I just attacked the Gastrodon. So I can kill... So Gastrodon can do no damage to me. Because, as you'll see here in a second. Yeah, it uses Rock Tomb. Nothing. So the Gastrodon cannot hurt me. And I can two-shot it. Because I use Earthquake. And then Giga Drain will kill it on the second hit. I realized that. And in later battles, I will take this time to like heal up Skunk Tank and anything else that took damage during the Spiritomb. Oh, and also going into this, I should say, I have no water type moves, no dragon type moves, no ice types, and no fairy types. So those are the 4 ranges I'm missing. I have a single fire type move, and I've got like... There's like one other thing. Oh, I have a single flying type move. But yeah, those are the things I don't have coverage for. This Milotic, this arguably gave me more trouble than the Garchomp. Because what it does... So first off, I use Thunder. I expect that to do a bunch of damage. Nothing. It does nothing. That pisses me off. how just like, because I know Milotic's a little tankier, but then it gets burned. So the Milotic gets burned, which increases its defense. By being burned, it has increased defense. So I was like, okay. So I'm like screwed, no matter which way I take it. The Milotic was giving me so... Like, the first time I fought Cynthia, the Milotic wiped my team. Like, no joke. I can't kill it. Torterra should be able to kill it, but it has Ice Beam, it's faster. So I can't get off the Ice Beam. I think I'm able to get Sword Dance off with Rampardos. It misses the attack. I think he survives a Scald. Barely. And, it misses... My Head Smash misses, which pissed me off. I swear Rampardos... Oh, yeah. It survives on 1 HP. Because, you know, when a Pokemon, like, really likes you, it can, like, Focus Sash. And the Head Smash is enough to kill it. But that kills Rampardos. Sounds out Roserade. Oh, I tried to Iron Defense first. Which was a stupid move, because, yeah, this thing could two-shot me even with Iron Defense. It misses. I'm able to kill it. Or, do I heal here? Oh, he has 4 HP. I know I do something here. Oh, I Flamethrower and that kills it. Yeah, because it gets it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The type of bullshit that happened here. So I Flamethrower it. It lives, but it gets burned, which kills it. Yeah. Oh my god, I was overjoyed at that. Sends out Lucario. Okay. Nasty Plot. I can kill it. I can kill the Lucario in a single hit with Earthquake. And that brings out Garchomp. This is the first. So this is my second attempt. On the first attempt, I didn't even get halfway through a team because the Milotic killed me. This time, I got to Garchomp. Okay, my idea was to stall it with poison. If I could toxic it, I would eventually stall it out long enough to kill it. That was my plan. It kills my Torterra with a single Dragon Claw, because it got off Swords Dance. And so I'm like, okay, I just gotta Toxic it, survive a hit, and the second I see that Earthquake, I knew I was fucked. Remember how I said 4 of my team members are weak to Earthquake? Yeah, the only ones who aren't are Torterra and Lopunny. So, I knew I was fucked, and I knew I had lost. Have any... If I could get an... I don't think I can stall you long enough to... Fuck! And you can hear me... I was so close that time! I don't have any Ice types. I don't have any... Now, later on, I would learn that that thing is resistant to Ice types. But that was way later on. That it has like a berry that helps it with Ice types. My team, Garchomp has Earthquake, which 4 of my 16 members are weak to. This is just me like trying to think of what to do. So it can literally one-shot half my team. Dragon Claw one-shot Torterra, so... And fucking... Lopunny wouldn't survive. I legitimately can't think of a way to beat this. Fuck. So that's attempt number 2. Okay. That was attempt number 2. So I have an attempt number 3. I'm not gonna. It goes much the same way. Again, I get a little better each time, except sometimes. Smash cut to 2 hours later. This is attempt number 12 or 13. I stopped filming after attempt number 3, because I took a break after attempt number I think it was 3 or 4. I took a break. And I went and beat Chicory, or whatever. I went and beat that, and then I came back to Pokemon. So this is attempt number, like, 12. This one's going to start in the middle of the battle, because I started recording the moment I knew I was going to win. Not that now, of course, when I clicked the thing saying, like, oh, this is the moment I knew I was going to win, I knew that was also cursing me. Because the second I recorded it saying, oh, I'm going to win, I knew I wasn't going to win. Right? I knew I was cursing myself, but this was the only choice I had. So we have Torterra out. It gets a critical, and that's when oh gosh, that critical hit, I was like, that was me, just like immediately knowing I fucked up by starting recording. I had jinxed myself. But I'm able to kill the Lucario. Because, like, by this point, more than half of my team is alive. I had gotten this down to a science, and I was able to have more than half of my team alive when it got to the Scarchomp. So, oh yeah, I was using X items. One of the changes I eventually made was I started using X items, like I used an X speed and an X attack on different Pokemon. But yeah, half of my team is still alive. More than half. And like, Rattata here, calculated loss. I purposefully sacrifice it to the Milotic to beat the Milotic. Torterra can tank 2 Dragon Claws. And so Torterra has an X attack on him right now, and I know he can tank 2 Dragon Claws. So my hope is that the X attack combined with the Earthquake is either enough to kill or enough to kill it in 2 hits. It used the Sword Dance on me, so that's a free hit. I know it's faster than me. So, like, I see this. It gets the X attack. And, like, if it hadn't had used Sword Dance, I know I would have known for a fact I could have won. With it using the Sword Dance, I was very, like, it's not going to survive this hit. I was very, like, up in the arm. Hey, Leo, how's it going? So this is where I start commentating. It uses a full restore, which I knew it was going to do.
Shit. Oh, fuck.
I know I'm panicking, but I knew it was going to use a full restore. I'm not faster than it. It's got up its attack. Use another full restore.
It's gonna use another full. If I can get a critical. Oh, please, baby. Please, I love you, baby. That's the only way I can do this. Is a Dragon Claw. A Dragon Claw kills. And she's fucking stalling. Oh, that was under the percentiles. It misses. It doesn't miss.
So it kills Torterra. Okay. Okay, that sucks.
Okay. You're fast.
So I was between charming it, which is trying to lower its attack again, or high jump kicking and hoping I'm faster.
High jump kick. You probably don't survive that.
Lopunny would have survived the Earthquake if it wasn't for the Sword Dance. So, after that fails, the rest of my team is slower. Lopunny is my fastest team member, I think. So I knew I had to change my strategy. And, oh yeah, and both those guys died. Both, Skuntank and what's-his-face, Bronzor died at Earthquake. So I knew, like, oh, they're gonna be one-shot. So instead, I changed strategies.
Fuck, Dragon Claws kill at full percent.
My gosh. So it ain't going well.
God damn it, I'm not faster than it. This is literally the only thing I can do because this thing dies to Earthquake.
So this is my last Pokemon, my last attempt.
I bet I put on the wrong thing. Miss, don't crit, just... Oh! That's the second time this has happened in this Elite Four. Because it also happened with the ground guy.
Yep.
The Wish Cast hit Ice Beam and it hit lived with 5%. Oh my god.
That's it.
This is like attempt number 10.
It was, yeah, it was a lot of attempts. And, you know, I go on into the credits and whatnot. You know how that goes. Here's my team. Yeah, look at us. Yay. Took me 21 hours to beat the game. But that was me playing Pokemon yesterday. Took me... There's at least like 3 hours cut off that were cut off that time because I kept resetting. I did so much worse than that. Oh my gosh. But I did it. I did it. I beat the champion and I beat Brilliant Diamond. Oh my gosh. That was one of the most stressful Elite Fours I've done in a while. Because, like, the Gen 8's Elite Four was easier than that. Gen 7's Elite Four was easier than that. And it really, I think it goes down to me as well. I'm just terrible at team composition. Like, I really do think that's a big part of it. That I'm just bad at team composition. And because of that, I get screwed on, like, stuff. Like the fact that my team was... 4 of my team members were weak to Earthquake. I didn't know that. Oh. I didn't know that until I got to the Elite Four. Because nobody just ever used Earthquake. And then, guess what? The Elite Four was full of it. So, yeah, I got screwed. But, took me... Like I said, I think it took me like 4 hours in total to beat the Elite Four. But I did it. Oh, there's my New Year's hat. So yeah, that was my successful Elite Four attempt. But yeah, I had to start using... I started using items as soon as, like, the second Elite Four member. Where, like, I started putting stuff on my Pokemon. And then I started using, what's it called? X-Attack items, like, I don't know, probably, like, 6 attempts deep. And then I just kept going. But yeah, it took me like 10 or 12 attempts. But yeah, like halfway through, I stopped and I went and beat Chikorio. And then I came back afterwards. Yeah, it was stressful. Oh my gosh. That Elite Four, man. Oh, look at that. That's so cute. But I did it. I beat the Elite Four. Now, of course, there's still a bunch of stuff I have to do in the post-game. Like, get all the legendaries, get all the Pokemon I missed, level up everything still. You know, that's what... The raid candies you get in Sword and Shield are one of the best additions to Pokemon. Because being able to use those the max raid candies to fast level up every Pokemon is so great. And it saves you so much time. Whereas now I'm going to have to, like, grind through the Elite Four or whatever to level up everything. And it's going to take forever. Also got to find a Ditto. I don't know. I've got a lot of work ahead of me to try to complete the decks. If I'm, or even if, because I'm thinking of completing the decks, I don't know. I definitely want to at least get everything from Gen 4. So, like, things like Spirit Tomb and whatnot. I think for once this one might be real. Normally we get fake variants of it. But this one looks real. Nope, never mind. It's fake. I know the Mona Lisa's fake. You can tell by the eyebrows. But you know, we gotta keep the cycle going, so we have to buy the fake one. Hey, Katrina, what's up? Read my fortune. Happy New Year. But gosh, that was Pokemon. Oof. I mean, I enjoyed Pokemon. I did, for what it's worth, yeah, I enjoyed the game. I mean, it was really... everything was going great until the Elite Four. The Elite Four is where it all fell apart. The rest of the game, I was not coasting through, but I did it with little struggle. Like, there was... at no point did I game over, or, like, black out. Or did I even get close to blacking out. Money will improve. I think that's the first time we've got money will improve, or at least the first time in a long time. All right, let's go take care of this island. And then today, so other than Pokemon, the other thing we're talking about today is predictions for next year. What do I think is coming next year in the gaming industry? Specifically in the gaming industry. I know there are other facets and whatnot. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do. And like I said, and then tomorrow we're doing like a look. So today we're doing looking forward to next year, and tomorrow we're looking back at last year. Okay. Oh, look at that. We got a good island for once. You know me, I love a good island. So, I guess let's just talk predictions, shall we? So this is just about stuff in the video game industry. Like, sure, could I make other things? Yeah, sure. Is the COVID pandemic never going to end? Yes. Will there be another 15 variants? Yes. Will the Democrats lose control of the House and Senate in 2022 during the midterm elections? Yes. Unless they start doing something, the do-nothing Democrats are going to lose the House. And I can already tell you they are, because Joe Biden doesn't want to do fucking anything. He does not. Oh my God! And the Republicans are going to be able to use that to take control of the House and Senate. And the second they take control of the House and Senate, no, that means Trump. The second they do that, that guarantees Trump is president in 2024. Just calling it like it is. Because the Democrats need to fucking do something. But they hate doing stuff, so they're not going to do anything. God, fuck the Democrats. But yeah, could I make predictions like that? Like, the Oscars will suck. The music industry, the music industry might be good, but it's going to continue to be ruled by TikTok. So who cares? Okay, I know there are some people who care a lot, just not me. I don't know. I don't really have anything outside of that. But we're talking gaming because, you know, video games. That's what we're doing right now. And we should start with Nintendo. So this is, like, none of these predictions I've got are big, like, off-the-wall amazing things. Like, I don't have, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, they're going to announce some freaking, like, anything, like, mind-blowing. Like, we're not going to get Mother 3 this year, right? I don't have any off-the-wall crazy predictions. I don't even have that many predictions, honestly. We're mostly just looking at, like, what we already know is coming out. And I'm just kind of giving my thoughts on them already. So first off, Pokemon Legends Arceus. So we're starting with Nintendo. And we got Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I do think will be the only Pokemon game this year. Or next year. I think Legends Arceus is going to be the only Pokemon game. It's going to just be that one. And maybe it'll get some DLC come in the fall. I really don't want Legends Arceus. I don't want Gen 9. We don't need another remake or anything. I saw someone joked about Shining Diamond and Brilliant Pearl getting Platinum related DLC or like getting a Battle Frontier DLC. I don't think that's going to happen, but I could see it. Specifically, the Platinum one's a little far-fetched. But the Battle Frontier, people love the Battle Frontier and they always want it back. And it's never happened. You know, now would be a perfect time to do that. But yeah, I think, but for Legends Arceus itself, I think it's going to be good. It's not going to be an open world game like people want. The Pokemon Company loves to take baby steps. And it's going to be more like Monster Hunter, or specifically Monster Hunter Rise. Or, not Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter Stories 2, I meant. It's going to be more like a Monster Hunter Stories 2. It's going to be mostly positive, but, you know, people are going to complain about the graphics. Pokemon fans are gluttons who are not satisfied by all the riches of heaven. Of course they're going to be disappointed by it. Of course they're going to fucking hate it. I don't expect anything less from Pokemon fans. That's where we're at. But I'll probably enjoy it, and it's less than a month away. It is less than a month away, and oh boy, am I excited for that. Next up, we got some games just in random orders here. Because I think the only thing we don't have release dates for literally any of these. But next up, we got Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Again, I could see like a March release. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say like a March release date for Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. I hope it's good. Right, so far with the trailer we got, I was personally not too impressed. I'm going to play it regardless because I love Kirby. Right, even when people say Kirby got bad, I still liked Kirby. Well, not even when Kirby got bad, when Kirby just got meh. Kirby has never had a bad game. Just, at worst, it's a meh game. Which, again, I liked Star Allies. I know some people didn't, but I liked it. But yeah, but yeah, I hope it looks better. We get a better trailer for it. Or that it looks good, because I want it to be good. I want it to be like this big. Would it be cool to be like an open world Kirby game? Yeah. Do I expect it to be more like would it be cool if it was like Mario Odyssey or an open world thing? Yeah, but I don't expect it to be that. I expect Kirby and the Forgotten Lands to be more like Super Mario 3D Land. Just, you know, Kirby platforming, but just in a 3D space. I don't know. It could always surprise me. Right now, it could totally be like a Mario Odyssey or an open world thing. Because again, Kirby has one of the only open world 2D platformers. Yeah, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror on the Game Boy Advanced is an open world 2D platformer. It's a decent game. I like it. I have more of a soft spot for Squeak Squad, but that's just personal bias. Because I played Squeak Squad first and then went back and played Amazing Mirror. But yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully it'll be good. Kirby will be good. Okay, we're gonna clean up some flowers. Put these in storage for now. So after that, there has already been a rumor that Advanced Wars 1+2 is coming out in April, like the first week of it. I think it's like April 4th or something like that. Like first week of April. There was like a thing on the eShop about it. Where like they put up a release date, and I think there's still like a release date. There's still like a release month of April still there in like some territories or something like that. That seems like, again, that seems a little farther than I would have thought it would have been delayed. I figured it would have been delayed until like February or something. But no matter. Hey. Oh, love you too, Hottie. Happy New Year. But yeah, Advanced, I don't think I'll be picking up Advanced Wars, just because they're just not my style of game. Like, I tried playing Wargroove when it came out a few years ago, and like, it was fine, but they're just not my styles of game. I just don't, Fire Emblem, XCOM, I don't like tactics games. They're just not for me. So I probably won't pick it up, but hey, if you were even at all interested, I do recommend it, because I know people love Advanced Wars. And I know people want a new Advanced Wars. And it's good to see Nintendo bring back old franchises. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get Golden Sun this year. We won't, but maybe we'll get lucky. That'd be a cool one to get back, Golden Sun. Because I don't think we've got a game since the DS. Because I don't think the 3DS had a Golden Sun game. Project Triangle Strategy, which I think is just called Triangle Strategy. One of the worst names, still. Octopath Traveler, I was fine with. Untitled Goose Game, I wish they had just called it Goose Game. But calling Triangle Strategy is one of the worst names. It's like calling a game a, character action game. Or an Explore 'em Up. An adventure exploring game. It just tells you fucking nothing. Triangle Strategy tells me nothing. So for that, I hate it. Nah, it's just, honestly, it's like Octopath Traveler. It's another RPG, and they're just not for me. That's it. Like, I don't have any problem. Like, I don't have anything against the game. It's just not a game for me. And that's fine. Splatoon 3. I was originally hoping Splatoon 3 was going to come earlier in the year. It looks like it's probably going to have around... my guess is still a June release date. I think it's coming in June. I do think Battle Royale mode. Yep. Why else make it if you're not going to add something new? I hope Salmon Run is back. It might not be, but I think it's going to be. But I think the big selling point this time is going to be Battle Royale. It just makes sense to me. Like, why else would you make a new Splatoon if you're not going to add Battle Royale or something else new? That's gotta be it. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully, if there is a Battle Royale mode, hopefully it's good. Mario plus Rabbids 2. This is just my obligatory... Ubisoft is a company that sexually and physically abuse their employees. While this is a game, even though it is, like I said, I don't like strategy games, I did enjoy Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And I would have loved to have played a sequel. And while, yes, David Soliani, the head of Ubisoft Milan, seems to have, of all the accusations against Ubisoft, his name and his studio is sparsely mentioned. Because they don't really, they're kind of, right, they're not in, like, a lot of the other things. Supporting anything that Ubisoft makes is supporting the abusers. So I will not be picking up this game. And I know everyone has their own lines in the sand. If you pick it up, at least pick it up used. Wait like a week or two, pick up a used copy or whatever, or as soon as you can get one. So that way you're getting the game, but you're not financially supporting Ubisoft. Because I know there are just some people who don't care. Just buy used Ubisoft. I know it's not a great solution, but it's better than just directly supporting Ubisoft. God, I feel bad for David Soliani. Because he does see... Because, again, he's the one who, when Shigeru Miyamoto complimented him at the Ubisoft Direct, he cried. And it's just one of the most heartfelt moments. And I feel bad that he works for such a shitty company. Because he can make a good game. Again, I don't hate the people making the games. I hate the studios and the executives. The people who profit off of them. They're scum. The actual people on the ground floor doing the work, they're fine. But it comes to a point where supporting any game becomes supporting the people at top. They profit first. Next up, Bayonetta 3. We're pretty sure Bayonetta 3 is coming out this year. It took us a while, right, to even get anything about it. But I agree. I totally do think Bayonetta 3 is coming out this year. Probably later in the year, if I had to guess. Maybe around, like, August or September. Probably, anyways. I mean, it could be May. But I think Bayonetta 3 is coming out this year, and I'm probably not going to pick it up, because Spectacle Fighters aren't my style. Like I said, Spectacle Fighters aren't my style of game. I played the original Bayonetta. I tried to enjoy it, and I'm just not coordinated enough. But you know, for the people who have waited, I'm happy for you. You've waited a long time. The thing I am interested, though, is the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Is it happening this year? The odds are in its favor. The odds of Breath of the Wild 2 coming out this year are more likely than it's not coming out this year. Because again, I think of Microsoft expected Breath of the Wild 2 to come out last year. So, and they presumably have a little bit more knowledge than we do. So I would assume it's going to be this year. If it gets pushed, I'm assuming it'd be at most pushed to like March. You know, for the 5-year anniversary of the original Breath of the Wild. I could see them doing that, but I hope it's coming this year. We'll probably won't find out anything about it until E3. But, yeah, that's the hope. And yeah, so that's all the things we know about. Like, those are all the Nintendo games we know about. Yeah, Happy New Year. Oh, is it New Year for you? Because of the time zone difference. Ah, Happy New Year! I've still got another 8 hours. Why did I come into the museum? Why did I come into the museum? Happy New Year! Where's my confetti? I put my poppers away to make room for storage. Happy New Year! I mean, it was New Year somewheres. No, but in 1 hour. Oh, yeah. Same difference. But yeah, no. I'll see you around. Yep, 8 hours to go. God, I have to continue streaming for another 8 hours. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not that mad. I need a drink of water real quick before we continue on. Okay, so as I was saying, those are all the games we know about. That's everything that's confirmed. But there is stuff that are rumored right now, and then maybe I have like 1 or 2 things that I think is going to happen anyways. So, in the rumor mill is, there's a Donkey Kong game that the studio behind Mario Odyssey made a Donkey Kong game. Also, I missed the nice. And that's going to be coming later this year. It was rumored for last year, and it was rumored for E3, but nothing came of it. And while this could totally go into like another... Because Rare supposedly had a game a few years ago, like a Star Fox racing game, that was probably real at some point, but then got scrapped, and then got turned into... and then they just started working on Metroid Prime 4, and we'll talk about that in a second. I'm saving that for this part. But yeah, so that's the rumor that Nintendo is doing that the Odyssey team is it going to be a Donkey Kong country, like Donkey Kong 64? Is it going to be a 3D game? Is it going to be a 2D game? Who knows? Personally, if we found out Nintendo was working with Rare or not Rare, I mean Retro, to make Donkey Kong Country Returns 3, because Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is one of the best platformers of all time. It's up there with, Super Mario 3, Super Mario World, Shovel Knight, Celeste. It's so good, that Tropical Freeze. And I guess the first Donkey Kong Country. I don't know, I've only ever played Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze. I've never played the original 3. Yeah, that's kind of one of the gaps in my leisure, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there's a rumor of a Donkey Kong game. It'd be cool if it happens. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it'd be cool if it did. Next up, we got a, so as well as that, the team that did Super Mario Odyssey doing a Donkey Kong game, there is just a straight-up rumor about Super Mario Odyssey 2. I honestly surprised they didn't announce Super Mario Odyssey 2 this year. I bet if it wasn't for COVID, they would have. If it wasn't for the COVID pandemic, they probably would have announced Mario Odyssey 2 this year. Because Mario Odyssey, I mean, yes, it got the Luigi's Balloon World thing, but it never got any, paid DLC. Breath of the Wild got paid DLC, and they had so many ideas, they just made a second game. Mario Odyssey never got any DLC. Which was wild to think about, but yeah, no, it never happened. I figured we were going to get, a Sunshine DLC, because Isle Delfino was in some promotional art. Never happened. Again, my hope for Mario Odyssey 2 is a tour of, Mario's previous games. So, it's literally every kingdom is, a different Mario game. So, your first kingdom is Mario, the original Mario. Your second kingdom is Mario... you go into a dream, and it's Mario 2. Your third kingdom is Mario 3, and they go into the whole stage play aesthetic thing. Third kingdom is Mario World. You do Super Mario Land gets a kingdom, and you go to Sahasra Land, and you meet Daisy. There's a kingdom in... you find a Wario shows up, and you fight Wario and the giant Mecha Mario from Super Mario Land 2, Legend of the Six Golden Coins. Super Mario 64 shows up, right? Just all these different things. It's basically just a tour through past Mario. That's my idea for Odyssey 2. You go to space again. There's Galaxy and Galaxy 2 representation. How exactly all of it would work, I don't know. But that's my idea anyways for Odyssey 2. Or something like that. But I think it would make sense for Mario Odyssey 2 to happen. I've been watching a lot of Mario Odyssey speedruns recently, and because also when I do my Game of the Year list, I usually like to talk about YouTubers I watched, who, I really enjoyed their content, who I learned existed, whose content I really enjoyed. And some of them are Mario Odyssey speedrunners, and Breath of the Wild, but yeah. But yeah, I think we're getting a Mario Odyssey 2. It just makes sense. Let's see. There's been a rumor of a Metroid Prime remaster. There was originally a rumor of just hey, Nintendo was gonna take Metroid Prime trilogy and port it to Switch. That was a rumor 4 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago. And then when Metroid Prime 4 got delayed, that rumor kind of went away. Recently, the rumor came back, however, but instead of being the trilogy, it was just a remake of the original Metroid Prime. I've never played any of the Metroid Primes. I was always hoping the trilogy would get remade or re-released or whatever. But you know, a re-release of the first Metroid Prime would be cool. I guess if they were like update the graphics and whatnot. Again, people love that game. It's so good, and I wanted to play it a few years ago, and I just never got around to it because money was tight and whatnot. But I know people love Metroid Prime is considered one of the best. God, it's still wild to think we got a Metroid game this year, and we might get one next year. But, you know, so the Prime rumor, you know, I could see either of them happening. I could see them literally just remaking the first game and then releasing 2 and 3 as, like, part of, like, a smaller collection thing. Or maybe just like, hey, guess what? We remade the first one, and we just ported over 2 and 3. Right? Because they're, like, Wii ports or whatnot. But we'll see. But with Metroid Prime 4, on the other hand, I do not think we're getting Metroid Prime. Again, the game got delayed because they restarted development. I know it's been like 3 or 4 years since then, since they announced they restarted development, but COVID also plays into factor. I do not think we might get some information on it this year. You know, I'm just gonna say it. We will get some info, even if it's in like a late like September direct. We will get some information on Metroid Prime 4, but it will not be coming until next year. That's a 2023 game. But we will learn more about it. And then the final, like, rumor thing is we know, or there's been a rumor about a Fire Emblem remake. Now, the rumor I've heard is it's going to be, Genealogy of the Holy War, I think, it's the third Fire Emblem game. It's going to be Fire Emblem Echoes Genealogy of the Holy War. That's the rumor that people were talking about. Personally, I want them to redo Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Either or, because those games are just, like, so hard to get and whatnot. But I could see it going either way, because technically the last Fire Emblem game they did remake was 2, so it would make sense for them to do 3 next. But I legitimately think anything is possible. But yeah, I would love to see a new Fire Emblem. Again, I don't really play Fire Emblem, but I like to support those games in theory. We'll see. I'm gonna keep the star fragments because I'm gonna go get more. I'm gonna try to look for more. But yeah, so those are kind of like the big rumors, and yeah, I could see all or none of those happening this year. And like Mario Odyssey 2, if it were to be announced, I don't think it's coming out until next year. Straight up, because like Breath of the Wild would be November or late October, and then I could see Mario Odyssey 2 being next year's big game. Or even it releasing in that March window, that March 3rd window. That would be interesting, putting out like a big game early in the year. Because you can do that. I know companies don't. I mean, yes, Horizon Forbidden West, and we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, that'd be cool. Any other, like, small predictions? I expect Nintendo Directs to be back this year, obviously. I was one of the people who was, like, a denier of it and, like, didn't think they were coming back. Now they're gonna come back. Probably, I would love one in January. I would really love a Nintendo Direct in January, because when they did that January showcase for the Switch reveal, I thought that was fantastic, and I thought that was, like, the perfect time. But knowing Nintendo, they're gonna wait until February or March. But a January one would be cool. What else? So that's that. So Nintendo Direct early in the year, but I do expect one. Then I expect one around, maybe, usually they do one, like, around April. So they'll do one in, like, February, then they'll do one in, like, April. Which, then E3, then they do one in, like, September, and that's it for the year. I know, right, holding patterns and whatnot, right, and Nintendo never does what you think they're going to do. But I could literally just see that schedule. A few indie directs sprinkled throughout the way, like in December and May and whatnot. But yeah, that's kind of going to be the holding pattern for Nintendo, at least for the moment. Any big, like, surprise games? I mean, like, could they bring back Golden Sun? I don't think so. Could they bring back F-Zero? I don't think so. Star Fox? I think Star Fox Zero did so bad. I think Star Fox Zero is just dead. Straight up, I know that sucks. I think Star Fox Zero is dead. Or Star Fox Zero killed Star Fox. Which sounds terrible, but I think that's the truth. So I don't think we're going to see any Star Fox. I would love F-Zero, even if it's just a remake of GX. Again, I think F-Zero would make a great Battle Royale game. I still stand by that. But we're getting Splatoon, and I expect that to have a Battle Royale mode. And yeah, the hope is just they fill out the lineup a little bit. Like, we know some things are coming, but there's always more we could find out about. There's always more we could learn about. There's always these new and different things. But we'll see. And yeah, I don't know, I would love one surprise. Like, I know in Arlo's prediction video, he said, that he had the idea of, like, either an Earthbound or a Mother 1 remake, Earthbound Beginnings. That would be really cool. In the style of Link's Awakening, I would love that. I would rather have Earthbound, because Mother 1 is terribly balanced. Like, it's just, oh my gosh, it's a nightmare. Of course, I would always love Mother 3, but that's never going to happen. Maybe an Earthbound remake that tests the waters for a Mother 3 remake. And, you know, in the Mother 3 remake, they cut out or they change some of the more questionable content. Preferably, I would rather have them, like, change the framing and the context than I would just cut it out. Like, get some consultants in there to help you fix it, and I'm sure it could all work out. But yeah, anything else from Nintendo? Oh, I could see Game Boy coming to Nintendo Switch Online expansion pass. I don't think it's gonna happen. But like, it won't happen until like September. It'll be later in the year, but maybe October even. But I could see that happening. I would love for that to happen. Of course, I wish they would just add it to the default service, because Game Boy games definitely aren't worth the extra money. Game Boy Advanced are a little more so, but not by much. Again, emulation. There's these like play together things that people are getting right now, and everyone's talking about them, and they can emulate like Game Boy games, and that's really interesting. I don't know. I think they're play together. It's something like that. Oh, and then the Mario Brothers movie comes out in the holiday season. I just hope it's not boring. I don't expect it to be good. Even if it's bad, just don't be boring. That's all I ask. I feel like it's a simple request, but you never know. You never know, right? So I guess that's all I got for Nintendo, honestly. And I've got even less for all the other companies. Oops, I'm gonna do that. So let's start off with Microsoft. We know Starfield. So Microsoft bought Bethesda last year or 2 years ago, and we know Starfield is an Xbox exclusive. And my predictions for Starfield: people are going to like it, but it's going to be just as buggy and broken as Fallout 76, Fallout 4, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and Bethesda does not give a fuck, and they're never going to patch the game. Unless there is, like, some major, like, game-breaking thing that makes it unplayable. No. And the critics are not going to care. Like, the critics gave up on... Like, I know Fallout 76 got terrible reviews. Doesn't matter. The Bethesda got too many free passes with Skyrim, and especially Fallout 4. So they're just not going to care, and it's going to be a buggy, broken mess. Oh, I don't have Cyberpunk anywhere on here. Do I? No, I don't have Cyberpunk anywhere on here, but speaking of buggy, broken messes, I think Cyberpunk early in the year, like, you know, before, like, May, is gonna get a it's gonna get a PS5, Xbox Series X patch. That's gonna fix, it's not gonna make the game, it's not gonna fix everything, but it's gonna fix a big parts of the game, hopefully clean up a bunch of the bugs, hopefully make the game run a little better. It's never gonna be playable on an Xbox One or a PS4. Just straight up, it's not going to be playable on those systems. But hopefully on a PS5 and an Xbox Series X, it'll be better. and hopefully it'll work. Maybe they'll announce Cyberpunk DLC. Probably not. I'd work on fixing the game first. But and I could see Cyberpunk being one of those games where, like, in a few years' time, people get around to realizing that no, the game's actually good. We like the game, right? Like, I could see once it, like, all some of the bugs have been fixed and the game's, like, running better, I think people are going to start turning around on the game and liking it more. Will the GTA trilogy get that treatment? It's literally a coin flip. I could see them just not giving a shit, or I could see them fixing it. Back with Microsoft, Redfall, I think is rumored to come out this year, or I think they say it's going to come out this year. That's that game, oh gosh, it's not Arcane, is it? I don't remember the studio who did it, but it looks... I don't know, I'm so worried about every game becoming Left 4 Dead, because, like, nobody gives a shit about Back 4 Blood anymore. Like, seriously, I don't know anyone who's still playing it. So I don't want every game to become Left 4 Dead, but from what I remember, Redfall was, like, a single-player thing, or... There was, like, something about it, and I was like, maybe this could be good. Especially if it's on Game Pass, man. Which, you know, Halo Infinite also... Halo Infinite's multiplayer mode is going to continue to be a success. You know, Halo Infinite's pretty good. I want to play the campaign That's something I'm going to be doing next year, is playing the campaign, and I'll probably play a little bit of the multiplayer mode. I also want to play some of the older Halo games. But specifically 1, 2, and maybe 3 again. But yeah, Halo Infinite's going to continue to be successful as a multiplayer game. Again, game, because that leads us into one of my big, like, actual predictions. Xbox Game Pass is going to continue to be a great deal. Like, it seriously is one of the best. Like, I'm a Nintendo fanboy. Xbox Game Pass is one of the best deals in gaming. Just straight up. It's so good. And I can continue to see it being so good. So it could totally... Xbox Game Pass... I do worry at some point they're going to start raising its price. I could see... Because, you know, we're now at the point where they can get away with raising its price. Only by, like... I think it's, what, like $15 a month? They could get away with raising its price to, like... I don't know, like $18 a month. So I could see that happening. I don't like that happening. That sounds terrible. But I could see it happening. But I still think Xbox Game Pass is such a good deal. And I again, as a Nintendo fanboy, I loved it. I didn't use it as much as I should have when I had it. But I did love it. And then finally, I think Xbox is going to buy another studio. Which one? Who knows? But I don't think their acquisition days are over, because Microsoft just doesn't have... Like, I was looking at other games Microsoft has coming up, and they don't... Like, literally all the stuff they have coming up are mostly, like, from studios they've acquired. Like, very little of it is their own volition, you know? Like, again, it's like Halo Infinite. But, technically it is their own volition now, because they bought these studios. And, like, we're going to see more of, like, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, and whatnot. Or Senua's... Hellblade 2. I don't remember what the subtitle is. We're going to see more of Hellblade 2. We're going to see stuff... I think Hellblade 2 is coming out next year. We're going to see more of stuff like that. But, yeah, I can see Microsoft buying another studio. And we know Sony's also started buying up studios. Like, they bought up Blue Point. They just bought a studio earlier this month. It was a support studio, but they bought it. I could see Nintendo maybe buying a support studio again. Or, you know, buying up some studio that would, like... I don't know. Nintendo doesn't really buy up studios, which, again, that's how Rare got stolen from them. But I could see Nintendo just finally doing it. Because, again, they did buy up, I think, either Mercury Steam or, oh, gosh, whatever the other one is. Mercury Steam or, the one who did Luigi's Mansion. They bought one, if not both of those studios. And I could see them doing that. They didn't save that one studio, the studio that did Mario and Luigi's. The Mario and Luigi games. They let that studio die. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's not always... Like, buying up all these studios is not always a great thing. But I feel like that's kind of where... Especially because Microsoft... Other studios are now forced to, like, make their moves in that direction. And yeah, that's really all I got for Microsoft. It's not much. Sony, Horizon Forbidden West. We know Horizon Forbidden West is, I think it's, March or something like that. It's early in the year. And, yeah, hopefully it'll be great. I still need to play, I need to finish Horizon Zero Dawn, because I did not put nearly enough time into it. But I'll get around to it. We know there is a Spider-Man, but I think that's 2023, so I'm not going to say anything about that. God of War is in the same position as Breath of the Wild 2. If it comes out, like, in November, that would be awesome. If it gets delayed, it gets delayed. I could see it getting delayed easily enough. Because I don't know the scope of it. I don't know if it's going to be this huge game, or if it's just going to be like Spider-Man Miles Morales. Or, I guess, what is it? Uncharted The Lost Legacy? Where it's like a 10-hour game. I don't know. But, yeah, God of War. But no matter what, I'm sure it's going to be good. Because the first game was so good, and the second one also seems to have... It seems to have a lot of potential. I'm super interested in it. But no, I think we're getting it this year. Ghostwire Tokyo is also this year. Again, that's a Sony, even though it's published by Bethesda, it's a Sony exclusive. That does mean after, I think it's a 1-year exclusivity deal. So Deathloop is probably coming to Xbox later this year. And will it be on Game Pass? Who knows? But it's probably coming to Xbox later this year. If I had to guess, that's going to happen. Bloodborne. So there've been like some weird Bloodborne rumors recently. Some of them were like about like a Bloodborne 2 or something like that. But I don't really buy that one. But there was something about Bloodborne coming to PC. Because I know God of War just came to PC. I know Horizon's on PC. There was one other big game that like is coming to PC like next month. But I could see Bloodborne coming to PC. I could see that. And then finally, there was a big rumor from Jason Schreier earlier this month, I think. Maybe late last month. But I thought it was earlier this month. About Sony is making their own Game Pass. They're basically taking PlayStation Now, and they're going to be like converting it or changing it to be PlayStation Game Pass, which is just what I'm going to call it right now. PlayStation Game Pass. And I would be down for a PlayStation Game Pass. Because again, Xbox Game Pass is just such a great deal. And they do it, like Nintendo has their like online streaming service stuff for games. Fucking terrible. It's all just a bunch of old retro games. And they filter in like one a month. And like the N64 games are broken. Because fuck everything, right? But I could see, roller coaster. But I could see PlayStation at least trying to compete. It's not going to be as good a deal of Game Pass, but maybe in like, because Game Pass wasn't even like that great at the start. It took about a year for it to really get there. So I could see Sony going the same route. Like they'll launch it, and then maybe after like a year they'll get there. And yeah, my Sony predictions are very simple. Again, even though I have a PS5 now, I should be more invested in PlayStation. I just don't really have any big, like I don't know what the big rumors are. I don't know what the big talk's about. I don't know if they have, like, any big exclusives lined up other than those two. I guess I just don't really have any strong thoughts on Sony. And yes, I do have an Xbox One. Not a Series X, just a One. But I don't have strong feelings on that either. And then finally, we got some miscellaneous stuff. I don't have it on here, but Google Stadia. I bet Google Stadia is going to die this year. Okay, they'll probably just keep it limping along. I know they put out new stuff on Google Stadia. Like, I see Jackbox Party Pack games are on there. But I don't have high hopes for Google Stadia. I don't know why. I know Amazon's also got their own gaming stuff. There'll probably be like some big update for like New World or something like that, maybe. But I don't know. I think it's called Amazon Luna. I don't really have much high expectations for it. Just being honest here. Elden Ring. Elden Ring comes out in February. I am going to play Dark Souls next year, probably in January. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play the first Dark Souls finally. Finally, Elden Ring looks so good that it was able to convince me to pick up Dark Souls. I got it for like $5-10. It was nothing. So yeah, but Elden Ring looks super interesting. I probably won't pick it up at launch, but I'll pick it up at some point. Warner Brothers Harry Potter game is coming out next year, supposedly. Fuck that game. You know, if, again, the developers on the ground are probably really excited to make that game. If you had told me, hey, 10 years ago we're making a Harry Potter game, I would have been like, oh my god, that sounds... And, like, you know what I mean. Not like a movie tie-in game, but like one where you can live in Hogwarts, do magic, and stuff like that. I'd be like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. But we now all know the truth about J.K. Rowling, that she's a fucking TERF, and fuck her, and if you support this game, you're supporting her. Just straight up, that's the line. I know some people, you think however you want, but I'm not supporting this game. Fuck that, fuck J.K. Rowling. And yeah, I know there are people on the ground floor who want to, who are super excited to be doing this, but your boss is the head up is a TERF. And there's nothing, there's nothing you can do about it. Giving the game money is giving her money. Next up, also Warner Brothers Gotham Knights comes out this year. I really need to play the Arkham games again, specifically Arkham Asylum. It's been so long since I played Arkham Asylum, and I'd love to do that again. But yeah, next, Gotham Knights comes out. I hope it's good. They're gonna fuck it up, because remember, Warner Brothers had Shadow of Mordor, amazing game. And then they did Shadow of War, and they fucked it up by adding in loot boxes. They're gonna fuck this one up somehow as well. I don't know how. Probably a season pass, honestly, if I had to guess. Each character is gonna have, like, their own season pass, kind of like that Avengers game. That's probably where they're gonna fuck it up. But they're gonna fuck it up, but God, I would hope it's good. I like the idea that we're going beyond Batman. And we're getting Batgirl, and we're getting Dick Grayson, and Jason Todd, and... I don't remember which Robin it is. But they're gonna fuck it up. That Sonic Frontiers game, I want it to be good. I don't know if it will be good, but I want it to be good. You know, you can hope. I don't expect much. My expectations are below 0, but I can hope. And then, there's, again, finally, as like an end-off statement, fuck Activision Blizzard, fuck Ubisoft, fuck EA. Activision Blizzard is currently in a lawsuit. Ubisoft needs to be held accountable. And EA has been saying some things that makes me think something is coming. Again, that's all allegedly. It's all alleged. Technically, there is nothing on EA at the moment. But there's no way their hands are clean. Like, there's no way. But fuck Activision Blizzard and fuck Ubisoft. They oh my god, the video game industry's fucked. Like, I just spent an hour talking about, like, all the stuff I'm interested in, but most of that stuff comes from, like, 3 companies. Every other company is, like, fucked. Like, seriously, every other company is just shit, and it's just, they abuse their employees. Indie games are good, but that's, like, it. Fuck all of these companies. And we're gonna just keep seeing more of it. The Activision Blizzard lawsuit is gonna be ongoing. Ubisoft still isn't being held accountable for what they did. Oh my god, it's a mess. The fucking game industry. I can be positive, but, you know, sometimes you gotta just always... You gotta... you know, usually they say, like, Usually they say, like, do the bad news first and then end with the good news. Nah, we're ending with the bad news. The gaming industry is just fucked. And while I do think a crash is coming, I don't think it's coming yet. But that's just me. I don't know. Fuck everything. Anything else? Do I have anything to... Okay, so I guess as we end off here, what about this channel? What about me here playing Animal Crossing? What am I going to be doing in 2022? Well, just to call it like it is, we're going to continue doing Animal Crossing. We've been doing Animal Crossing for, I think this is, what, day 47 or something like that? I don't know when Animal Crossing ends when I'm tired of it. There are no hard dates. We don't have to go 365 again. Animal Crossing ends when I'm tired of it. And based on how everything is going, I knew we were going to make it to the new year. I knew that. If I had to guess, though, if you want my honest guess, Animal Crossing will probably end in March. I will probably end it at the game's 2-year anniversary. That's just, I've been thinking about that in the back of my head for a while. We still got, like, a lot of things to do. We still have to finish off the Happy Home Paradise. I want to redesign the basement at one point. We have to finish off the art museum. I'll probably also change the clothing room at some point as well. I don't know. I've been thinking about that. We're going to redo the entire, like, you know, that shopping district we have. I have a plan to redo that at some point. But I think that'll be stuff we all do after we finish the Happy Home Paradise. We'll take all the lessons we learned from the Happy Home Paradise and bring them back to the island. Plus, like, with the basement, I'm waiting to get, like, 1 or 2 DIYs. And once we get those, then we'll be able to do it. But yeah, we've still got some work to do. Tear down the Snurch. I know that's something we said we were going to do early on and we just never did. And I still think I will. I just don't know what I'm going to replace it with. If anything. Oh, I got to fix the garden. I got to finish the garden. Yeah, we got some things to do. We do have some things to do. So Animal Crossing, I know 3 months is a long... 80 days, let's just say 80 days. That's a lot of time, especially because we're only like 40-something in. Which, maybe we'll end at day 100. I know that's 50 days. But I'm also thinking the 2-year anniversary, March 20th. I don't know, I've been throwing around a few ideas. Honestly, we'll just see whatever works. Whatever works out best is where we'll end. Because when I'm tired of the game, then we'll move on. When we move on, I have a few ideas. Before Animal Crossing updated, I was going to do a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Sword. After playing through Diamond and Pearl, which, you know, I showed today, and the fucking disaster that happened there, I don't think it's in my best interest to do a Nuzlocke. Because I know I'm going to fuck up and I'm going to fail. Just like straight up, whatever Nuzlocke I do, I'm going to fail. But I think I'm still going to do it. But that comes later on. There are a few other things we want to do. I never got around to Pikmin 3. Because, you know, the Switch broke. And that really affected the year this year. And again, we'll talk more about it tomorrow. But because the Switch broke, like, I had so many streaming plans. And I just threw them out the window and instead we just played Fall Guys. But I am busy nowadays. I am going into my last semester of college. At least for a while. I'm going to my last semester of college, and that's going to keep me very busy. Because, you know, I might go back at some point. You know, get that bread, as they say. Get fully into that pyramid scheme. But, yeah, for the moment, I'm in my last semester. It starts on Monday. Fuck. So I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be very busy. But, you know, along the way, hopefully, I don't know, we'll figure it out. I still love Friday streams, and I have been thinking about renaming, InChat. I know I like the InChat name, and I felt like this season was okay. Again, like every other season, there are some episodes that I'm like, I walk out of it and I'm like, oh my god, that was a great episode. Loved what we talked about. And then there are some episodes we walk out of and I was like, I don't know. I didn't really feel like I was on the ball in that one. I don't know. But like every Friday night doing it, and maybe I'll even change it to Saturday nights once I have more free time. But I will figure that out in the future. But yeah, I don't know. We're still stuck in the pandemic. I was able to get the vax. Last year, I said one of my goals was to not get COVID. And assuming what I have right now isn't COVID, because, again, I've got a runny nose, even though it's mostly clear. It's definitely not as bad as it was 2 days ago. And my nose is mostly clear. But assuming what I have right now isn't COVID. I didn't get COVID. I was able to get the vaccine. I was able to get a booster. Of course, I only got 2 shots because I got the stupid Johnson & Johnson the first time. Would have much rather had the Pfizer, but meh. And you know, maybe I'll get maybe probably in a few months they'll do another booster, probably in 6 months, and maybe I'll get, because the first shot was Johnson & Johnson, the second shot was Moderna, third shot will maybe be Pfizer, and then I'll get AstraZeneca and that sketchy off-brand company, and then I'll have them all. I don't think they're doing AstraZeneca in America, but no, because even though we are at the height of cases right now, deaths are still low, compared to what they could be. Deaths could be like so bad right now because we are at the height of cases. But no, we've gotten better at fighting it. If you're not vaccinated, go get vaccinated. Like, what the fuck are you doing at this point? Like, goddamn. I know Hillary Clinton launched a disinformation campaign to try to convince Republicans to not get vaccinated so that way they will die out in swarms so that way she can take control of the election in the coming years. But, like, God. But no, we're still in COVID times, you know. It's not, eventually the pandemic shifts to an endemic, and we just live with it, and every year you gotta get a new vaccine. That's just how it is. And, like, if you wore a mask, if you got vaccinated, it's not your fault. If you didn't do any of that, go fuck yourself. You're the problem. You're the reason this pandemic never ends. If everyone had just been vaccinated, we could have been done with this in May. We could have been done with the pandemic in May. But 2022 should be the year of bullying people into getting the vaccine. Like, we did not go hard enough this year. That was a joke, by the way. Kind of. Don't bully people, but no, like, seriously. But no, if we know bullying works. I mean, the amount of shit we've got corporations to do. But no, we didn't go hard enough. Or COVID isn't deadly enough that the anti-vaxxers don't die from it. I mean, that's technically a good thing. The less deaths, the better. This whole thing's a fucking mess. And it's their fault. The average person, you and me, who did everything right, we're not at fault here. We did it right. It's the anti-vaxxers who should be blamed. If they want persecution, they should get persecution. But no, instead they're gonna get what they're fucking deserve. They're gonna get universal health care. They're gonna get basic income. They're gonna get what they deserve. It's not what they've earned, it's what they deserved for being a basic human. I should be filled with so much more vitriol. Really, like God, this year fucking sucked. This year fucking sucked. Oh, if I get one more snowflake, I get the thing. It doesn't matter. But yeah, other than that, look at that! It's like an orange. Okay, that's cute. Oh, for some reason I thought we already had that. Whatever. And yeah, I don't really have any other predictions or anything. I guess it's just get ready for tomorrow. It's New Year's night. Go enjoy yourself. Don't like, again, stay safe. Height of the pandemic right now. Nobody's talking about that, but it is, so stay safe. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll do Game of the Year. I've got the Game of the Year. After I beat Chikorio last night, I was like, okay, I know exactly where this is, how I'm gonna do this. So yeah, that's all done. I gotta round up a few other things, like, what are some of the best movies I watched this year? TV, right? Other shit like that. My YouTuber list. I'm gonna make sure I have, like, who is who. But that's tomorrow, and we'll talk about that. So tomorrow is also probably going to be like a 2-hour stream as well, because I know Game of the Year takes me forever. You know, we might actually step out of Animal Crossing. Maybe we'll only do like the first like 10, 20 minutes in Animal Crossing. You know, or probably actually closer to 30. And then maybe we'll go into like a different game. I'm thinking about that right now. I don't know. And then we'll bring in a new villager at some point. Probably, maybe tomorrow, maybe later on. We'll figure it out. We'll see what's up with Clyde first, but I don't know which one. I just know we will. Yeah. Oh, you're coming. Hey, how you doing? You're coming in just as we're ending off. Sad to say. Well, we'll be back tomorrow, as I am every day. So maybe I'll see you around. And Happy New Year, as well. Yeah, I guess that's the message we'll end off on. Happy New Year. I know it's not going to be much different. I mean, even today. Oh, today started on a horrible note, and it isn't. The end of the year is a completely arbitrary thing, but it gives us hope. I don't expect anything to be different, but gives us hope. And there's no way we could start off the new year as bad as we did this year. Like, seriously, it's impossible to to start off the new year as bad as we did this year with 6 days in, there was a Capitol insurrection. Like, there's no way something like that bad happens this year. Oh, please tell me. Please don't up the stakes. Come on. I know you're not cutting us a break, but, you don't need to go that hard again this year. But no, Happy New Year. Enjoy your new year all, and I'll see ya next year. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time. Peace.